Alright, welcome back to WMMA now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with some news out of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So per ESPN, the UFC has booked a flyweight bout between Jessica Eye and Cynthia Calvillo for June 13th. This is supposed to be the headlining bout. Very surprising headliner here. Jessica Eye is coming in number 1, whereas Calvillo is making her flyweight debut. So this is another one of those fights. I just talked about this in my Chukagian versus Shevchenko preview. I said this fight is either A, made on short notice out of desperation, or B, some obvious favoritism towards one fighter, and it would be Calvillo. Probably both. I mean, if you pay attention, you'd know that Calvillo is definitely a favorite of the UFC. Dana White has publicly gushed over her, lapped heaps of praises on her ever since her debut. As long as she wins, they tend to book her in fast fights, even though she's had trouble making weight before. Of course, now she's making her debut at flyweight in the UFC. She did fight at flyweight outside the UFC, but has been at strawweight since then. Jessica Eye, currently the number 1 ranked fighter for, I don't know why, but she is. Anyway, let's look at how these two match up statistically, because thinking about the whys of this matchup make my head hurt. Jessica Eye is coming in 15-7. Calvillo is coming in 8-1-1. Now, of course, Eye is coming in off of a win over Viviane Araújo, a fight where she was actually, I believe, the underdog in that. Preceding that, she came off that devastating knockout loss to Valentina Shevchenko when she challenged for the title. Calvillo is coming in off of 2 straight wins down at strawweight. First up over Poliana Botelho, and then over Courtney Casey. Eye is the older fighter by 1 year, 33 to Calvillo's 32 years. Eye is going to have a height advantage, 5 feet 6 inches, 168 centimeters, to Calvillo's 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters. Eye is also going to have a reach advantage of 66 inches, 168 centimeters, to Calvillo's 64 inches, 163 centimeters. Interesting matchup here. You tend to want to favor Calvillo. She usually looks pretty good in all of her fights. However, you don't really want to count Jessica Eye out, particularly not since she's moved down to flyweight. I mean, I think her only loss at flyweight right now was to Valentina Shevchenko. Let me check this real quick here. Yeah, since 2018, she took almost like a year and a half off after leaving bantamweight, moved down to flyweight, got 3 straight wins, got that loss to Shevchenko, and then got that win over Araújo, where she was the slight underdog. So you really don't want to count Jessica Eye out, not at flyweight. Just didn't have it at bantamweight, but she seems to be doing very well at flyweight. Calvillo, she shows a lot of promise, but then she lost to Esparza, where she was favored to win. Has a couple wins since then, but she was the favorite, and she was the underdog to Botelho, but she was big favorite over Casey. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch some more tape on these two before I can make any judgment call here. Anyway, it's an interesting fight. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Of course, likes are always appreciated. And hey, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.